What made you want to commit to that character?
To Panther?
Yeah.
It was something that the funny thing is when you said it, it wasn't something that was outside of my scope. It was something that I had been thinking about for a few years, and I had a few incidents that they led me to back to the comic book. They led me to back to the comic book. It was a cross of Shekinah in Peru. It was a cross of Shekinah in Peru that has the condor. It has the puma and a serpent on it, and so that the puma is a Black Panther. So you're there in Machu Picchu, which is sort of a lost city, and it reminded me of Wakanda. So you're there in Machu Picchu, which is sort of a lost city, and it reminded me of Wakanda. It reminded me of the idea of Wakanda. It's been various different trips that I took that made me think of Wakanda. So I had notes written about what a Black Panther movie would be like even before I was cast.
Wow.
So when you said it, it was like, you know what? That would be good if that happened one day. I think this is one of those really, really special moments, in history and art where things just sort of come together in a way that you can't explain.
Yeah, I saw you say that Black Panther is a cultural moment. I think your exact quote was, we're not remembering breaking the color barrier or how funk was created, but we are living this. Can you elaborate on that a little?
Yeah, this is, I hesitated to say this before we got here because we didn't know whether we had a good movie. We didn't know how people were going to respond to it. But just seeing how people have bought out theaters, before they've ever seen it. They haven't even seen what the movie is. You've seen it.
Saw it last night.
Yeah. They haven't even seen what the movie is. And in some ways, when you're seeing like the Black Panther Challenge, which Fred T. Joseph started, they're living up to some of the ideas of the movie when they do that. Mm-hmm. That's historic.
Yeah.
This is history being created. This is history being created. This is history being created. In those other movies I was doing, we were remembering the past. Mm-hmm. We were looking back at history. This is a very, very present moment that takes us into what could be a different future. A different future.